Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors, Shortstops, Burger, Shakes, and Fries, and Haugen's Gallery. For more information on Haugen's Gallery and their amazing personal branding photography, go to haugensgallery.com. And for more information on Shortstops, Burger, Shakes, and Fries and their delicious burgers, go to southpawspizza.com. We're here, Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Let's take one. Here we go. Quick. Doop. No, there we go. We'll do that later. Hey, everybody. It is so great to see you all today. I'm really excited because you know what today is on Marketing with Russ. Today is episode number 299. You know what that means? We're here every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And that means next Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is 300 episodes. Man, I'm excited. I hope you all can make it. There's going to be an open link. You can jump in and even we can chat on video live together. And I would love to hear from you, especially all of you who've been on this show before. All of my friends, doesn't matter if you've been on or not, come on down. And I'm so excited today about Laurie and Jason who are with me. This is part 2 today because they were so amazing the first time. We had to bring them back again. So I'm so excited about that. And of course, they're invited next week along with all of you, but super excited. Don't forget 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And that actually, I pulled up the wrong one. That says Thursday, but it's really Monday. So let's just pretend. That was the one before I corrected that it says Monday, but it is next Monday, the 10th, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. All the ads are going out. All the information is all over the internet. So love to have you there. You know, it's been quite a journey and I can't wait for the next 300 because I have been blessed with so many amazing friends and just blessed with so many great conversations, right? Over these 300 episodes, it has just been incredible. And I want to encourage you today to take a look at some of those. You know, this whole show, first of all, is about how amazing people connect, and all of the people that I've had on, I've been blessed with friends who are amazing, and they are amazing. And they talk about how they connect and how that helps them in their business or life, everything, because we know that connection is the foundation for any good life, business, marketing plan, anything you do. It's all about connection and community building. But if you go to YouTube, you can see some of those past episodes. You just go to marketingwithruss.live. That's all you got to do. Open a separate window, click on it, go to marketingwithruss.live today, and you can see so many amazing people. Now, I understand a lot of you are maybe watching this on replay. Guess what? It all works the same. Even if you're watching on replay, you can see this, you can click on things, you can share things out. And we encourage you to share right now. Hit that share button. Let others know. Start tagging your friends. Tell them, because Laurie and Jason are coming. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So all of you that are there right now, tag at least a friend or two of yours. Make sure and share the show. And I appreciate that so, so much. I am all about connection, and the best way to connect with me is at russhedge.com. I keep it simple. If you know my name, you can find me. russhedge.com has all of my connection links, everything you need to know about me. And I would really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you and what a blessing this community is to me. So let me just say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for all that you do. And please go to russhedge.com. If we have not connected, please reach out. You can schedule time directly on my calendar. My goal this year is to connect with another 1,000 new people. And I know that sounds daunting, but I did it last year, knocked it out of the park, doing it again this year. And super excited. If we have not met, I want to connect with you and build my community with amazing people out there. Maybe you'll be a guest someday on Marketing with Russ in the next 300 episodes. Who knows? All right. Well, I think that is about it. If you have not got a copy of my book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, make sure and get a copy of that. It's my way of encouraging and inspiring you to live the life you choose. I understand life is crazy. I've got all kinds of crazy things going on. So do you. But you know what? Life happens, and then you choose. You do get to choose where you go from there. So you do get to choose the life you live. So be encouraged today. I hope you get a copy of that. You can go to russhedge.com, buy book now, or Amazon, Barnes & Noble, whatever your favorite online bookseller is, they've got it. So, all right. I think that is definitely it. We're going to get this show going. First, we're going to bring in Laurie today because we always go ladies first. So we're going to bring her in first. Good morning, Laurie.
Good morning. Thank you, Russ.
How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. And it is so good to be here with you as always.
Well, you are an amazing person with a big smile, and I love that. And what a great way to start the day. And, I think people minimize the impact of a smile and a positive thought and how that can just completely change someone's day, right?
Oh my gosh, you're speaking my language. Yes.
Well,
100%. It is amazing how a simple smile can actually change someone's day.
it
Really.
is. Life is a lot simpler than people think. We overcomplicate things. But before we jump into all that, I want to hear more about who is Laurie. I know there's a lot of people that didn't catch episode 1. So tell everybody again who you are and what you're up to.
Yeah, so I'm Laurie Schible, and I am a coach and consultant. So I really specialize in helping women in business to live well and lead well. And that really comes from my history of spending 20 years in the corporate world and going through all the crazy and the burnout and knowing there is a much better way to do life. And then really recreating that in my own business when I took on my own gig. So I have now gotten much smarter and wiser about how to actually live life, be in the moment, enjoy it, and get a lot accomplished, but in a way that feels good for me. And I'm on a mission to really help humans come back to humanity and really lean back into who we are with our own meaning and purpose. And remember that what life is all about. It is not just about the grind, and we can do great things and be up to big things and still really love our life and live a full life and enjoy it. Because to your point, life really is a lot simpler than we make it. We just make it complicated. So
Yes, we do. We overcomplicate things, everything. And that's one thing I talked about people in business too, because part of what you just said really applies to everybody in business today. We overcomplicate business and we forget what's really important. We really forget to love what we're doing. We need to enjoy the journey, right? Don't be looking off in the future or living in the past. Enjoy what you're going through now. That doesn't mean everything is peachy and wonderful. It doesn't. But you have to learn from things. Times we have emotional ups and downs. That happens because we're human. But you can still find positive things through all that you go through, positive lessons, learn and grow and be positive and really love your life as you go through, even through those negative things. And, one of the people that really epitomizes this, good old friend Jason Lebowitz is coming in the house. There he is. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
this big mic energy today happening. Okay. Yeah, bring it on.
There you go.
Russ, thank you so much for having us.
You bet. Well, you're always welcome, Jason. You are a good friend. I appreciate you. You've been so supportive of me, and what a blessing you are. So give everybody a little snapshot. Who is Jason? If they missed the last 3 or 4 shows you've been on, who is Jason and what are you up to?
Jason is just a kid full of curiosity and energy these days.
Mhm.
And Russ, you said something really important before we came on, is connection is the foundation. And I believe connection is actually the root of it all. And I have to say, you're the foundation of connection. I just want to acknowledge you for a moment and say congratulations on, I think you said this is episode 299, which I'm kind of pissed that we're not 300, but that's okay. I'll be there for 300. But
you're going to come back next week. Come back next week.
We'll
there you
next
go.
week. What an amazing just milestone for you. So amazing for you. I can't wait to see you on 3,000, 300,000, 3 million of these episodes. Because if there's anybody that can pull this off, Russ, you're doing it. So thank you.
Well, yeah, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. You know, when we first met, see, the reason you and I get along so well is because we are all about connection and all the things you're doing, authentic, vulnerable, real connection. So what does that mean? I mean, when I say, you know, and you guys are doing a lot of stuff together and you could talk about that. But the thing that I want to remind people is connection is not, hi, let's connect on LinkedIn and then a 5-page sales pitch. That is not connection. Connection in person is not, hi, my name is Russ. Will you please buy all the things I want to shove down your throat? That is not connection either. Connection is really asking questions, listening, and learning about each other. Mm-hmm. Connection is really growing and becoming real friends and real people that are willing to share with each other. Right, Laurie?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I tell you, it's you have hit the nail on the head with, it's the one thing that actually connected Jason and I several years ago. Is like our very first conversation was a conversation about deep human connection and kind of the why we do what we do in the world. For both of us is to bring that connection back to humanity. And it's one of the highlights of what I do is I am now the Chief Connection Officer for XXO Connect, which is a beautiful platform built for connection that Jason has birthed. And it is, I have to give kudos to Jason here because this is his brainchild. And I will tell you, we just had a full team meeting this week, and I can't even describe to you the amount of like love and energy that we all, I mean, I literally felt giddy the entire call because Jason has brought together such an incredible group of humans. I couldn't ask to be part of a better organization. So I just have to give some kudos to Jason for bringing us all together with XXO Connect.
Yeah. You know, one thing and then Jason, I'm going to let you pick that up. One thing that I've learned, unfortunately, I have not been able to be involved as much with XXO Connect as I would like, but I do support you know that. And, you know, part of that too is just, you know, helping each other out whatever way we can, because unfortunately there's so many good things that we do tend to overwhelm ourselves. And that's how we burn out, by trying to do too much. And sometimes we could just support people in our small way. Just be that, you know, I love doing this and be able to bring you guys on and talk about it. I love being able to financially support you. I love to be able to be there anytime that I can. But you have put together such a great organization, Jason. I just commend you. It's amazing.
I appreciate that and all the support. You know, when we talk about connection and here we are, 3 of us present in the moment, this is what connection is. Let's not confuse it with connections of collecting connections we think of. To me, it goes so much deeper. When we talk about the whole human connection experience, it's not connections, it's connection. And to me, that comes in 7 pillars, if you will. Connection: mental, emotional, social, spiritual, physical, financial, and sexual connection. And when you look at the whole human connection experience, there's so much more than just collecting connections. It's connection to yourself first, and then each other in such a deeper meaning and manner than we think of today.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
and
human
that is,
connection to me.
yeah, no, I mean, you're right. I mean, there's so many aspects, but it's real. I mean, we're all human and we're all going through so many things in life, and all those areas touch on, what we're really all about. And I think that's what's so important, just like we're talking about today, Laurie, and that is, who are we really? What are we really? What do we need from each other? Because we support each other. We come together through connection and help each other. We learn from each other, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And just touching on that point, it's interesting how, I mean, we talk a lot about just, technology and all the things and, the disconnect that happens and we think we're connecting there. But Russ, you bring up a really good point about we are so bombarded with information and just in the doing. And there's so many things coming at us, so many opportunities. We're involved in a million things that there is this sense of it's to me, it comes from cognition. It's like data, right? Like we're having exchanges. We're in a lot of this doing space. Like I'm going and doing that. I'm going to the PTA meeting. I'm handling this. I'm handling that. And there's a lot of exchange that's more of a cognition and doing energy, but real connection actually it comes from the heart. And it's a very different feeling. And it is precisely that it's whenever we are moved, whenever we feel, that is the point of connection. And so often we're not actually slowing down enough and being present to truly connect, because it is about what we're making each other feel in the moment. And that can happen literally in the middle. Like we can go through a day of chaos, but live calm through the day in that chaos simply by being present. And it is what we're feeling moment to moment that is life.
Right. Right. Well, and that's it exactly. And I love what you said, presence. And this is it's hard for everybody because we have what? We have smartphones distracting us. We have computers distracting us. We have the people around us distracting us. We have everybody telling us what we should do. I always talk about people shoulding all over you. They're always telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And so all these voices, but you need to clear the voices, be present. I have a wonderful, amazing brother and friend. He's been my big brother since college. He is the best example I've ever met in my entire life of being present and feeling just like you talked about, because when you talk with Daryl, he is with you 100%.
Yeah.
He is actively listening. He's not paying attention to anybody. The building he's in could blow up. You could scream at him from beside him and he's going to focus on the person he's talking to. And then when he goes to the next person, he focuses 100% on them. When he met my family, they were amazed. They were really simply amazed at how he made them feel, right? And you remember that because that quote, people will forget what you did. They'll forget, but they will not forget how you made them feel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that feeling is what really creates that connection, right, Jason?
Yeah, you nailed it. First, I would love to meet this person.
You would,
Yeah,
trust me. Yeah, he's been on Marketing with Russ, by the way, a couple times.
Nice.
Yeah, well, Jason, take that a little further. I mean, part of what you're trying to do with XXO Connect and what you and Laurie are doing together is obviously all around connection and being authentic and coming together and working on these areas you talked about. Expand on that a little bit more.
When you're talking about the noise and the distraction, and we talk about this device and social media and everything else, what we've done is we've essentially eliminated all distraction inside XXO Connect. So the only way as a member is to be fully present. We don't have posting. We don't have metrics, likes, followers, and all of that. We don't have content. We don't have information or programs or courses. What we have now is we're in live groups, video groups together where we can see each other and be present and have live experiences. And so we have all different types of experiences, actually almost 80 experiences per month, where we're sharing energy together. We're in breath work rooms together. We have meditation rooms. We have sex, love, dating, relationship coaches and therapists. We have rooms where we talk about life after divorce, what it's like starting over, and possibly as a single parent, maybe even dating again. We have parenting rooms. We have self-care rooms. Like, it goes on with all these different experiences. But the great thing about XXO is that you're not alone. You're actually in a room with others together. And there's something very different about that when you're present, seeing each other, being with each other, sharing together, growing together. To me, that's how we accelerate human connection. We eliminate all that noise and distraction that we talked about. It's irrelevant when you come into our platform.
Yeah. And it's interesting because this is something that I learned long ago, and I'm trying to reach for this. If you haven't got this copy of this book by Russ Hedge, the first chapter is Fighting Through the Noise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we all have to overcome. It was interesting because when I outlined this book in the chapters, it was pre-COVID. Fighting Through the Noise, chapter 1, Be Intentional, chapter 2, and Purpose in the Midst of Chaos, chapter 3. Pretty much described the book, but there's a lot more chapters, but the whole thing was, not only was that really applicable to COVID, but it was super applicable to our everyday life. And number one thing that you're just talking about is eliminating those distractions, fighting through the noise. Every morning, I have a habit of I've told you, I do 3 things to set my mindset. I'm thankful. Number 1, before I get out of bed, I say today, I've got this today. I give myself a little pep talk and I say, today's going to be awesome. I'm shaping where I'm going. I'm eliminating those negative voices, that negative noise, replacing it with positive noise. And then I go and I have quiet time, prayer, meditation, journaling. And I do all of that before I do anything else to set my mind and to eliminate the noise in the morning to get myself started right. And Laurie, I think that is so important as far as the start to our day and where we're going, as far as everything we're doing, right?
100%. And I have my own kind of morning routine too. And I will tell you, in the mornings that it doesn't happen, my whole day kind of feels like I'm like catching up all day, like just running from thing to thing because I haven't grounded and centered. So those tools, like, I really have to be very intentional about pausing and breathing and like regrounding and centering myself throughout the day. And that is just, that's a very simple tool we can all take away and use, right?
Yeah.
A literal just pause, tune into your breath, if nothing else,
right?
Just to present yourself. And, I think the whole, like, we're pulled in so many directions. This is caused, like, with social media, there's a lot of factors, but a lot of these things have caused us to go outward. We're looking external for validation. We're looking external for direction, for focus, but we can find everything we need inside. We have everything we need built into us. And when we actually pause and take a breath and quiet the external noise, we find everything we need inside.
Yeah.
And, it's beautiful within XXO, like that, coming into this space with all the coaches and healers and therapists, it gives us a space to actually slow down for a moment, be present, and connect, and go inward and connect. And I see the same thing happen with, I run a lot of group programs in my own, business. And what I see so often, it is fantastic. I see this in XXO rooms. I see this in groups that I run. There are so many breakthroughs that happen where you can actually watch somebody have this like complete aha, where, Russ, when you talk about, right, life happens, but then it always brings us to choice. In any moment, we have that choice of responding or reacting. And we spend most of our time in this, I call it our automatic way of life, right? It's just the automatic way we operate. in just reaction mode. We're just reacting to people, to situations, to life. And when we stop and pause for just a moment, that's when we can tune in. That's when we drop out of our head and into our heart
Right.
and get reconnected. And it's so necessary for us today in the workforce as leaders, right? When we get agitated, when we get into that space where something has triggered us, to actually pause for a moment and recenter, it can then help us see the person in front of us in a completely different way and actually bring compassion into the conversation, into that moment. And that is a space that when we get there, we can have much greater connection, which actually helps us move forward, right? That
Right.
happens in relationships. It happens in, if you are a leader with your team, it happens with colleagues, with your kids. It happens all over the place. And it
Yeah.
does take us slowing down, even for just a moment, so that we can access that compassion and create a moment of connection. And that is like really what's missing in our society today.
Yeah, those
It
healthy
is.
relationships. It's a healthy relationship with yourself, with your partner, with
Mm.
your parent, with your child, with your manager at work, or possibly your team. It's healthy relationship with everybody, but it starts with a healthy relationship or connection with self.
Well, and it's interesting because I have a actual free PDF, everybody, shameless download for something free for you. A free PDF on my website titled 3 Simple Steps. It's transform your business in 3 simple steps, but it's all about connection and community building. And the number one connection, Jason, is connect to self on there.
Mhm.
Because when we don't connect to ourselves, when we are not aligned with what our purpose and why and what we're really all about in life, we're going nowhere, really. We're going nowhere fast.
Mm.
And so, one thing that you said, Laurie, and so many gold nuggets, both of you. Laurie, there was one after the other, and I kept forgetting they were all so good. But the one thing I wanted to say was we have to be intentional about how we start our day. Because I
Mhm.
am a firm believer, whenever you want to start your day, you have got to do it intentionally and get yourself grounded if you want to go somewhere.
Mhm.
And I'm a 4 a.m. guy, right? So most people look at me and laugh in my face. I'm a 4 a.m. guy. So I get rolling early and do all these things. And but the reason I get up early, because maybe I don't have an appointment till 6 or 7, but it gives me all of that time to get grounded and focused and aligned with what I'm all about, to connect to me. And without that, like you said, without a morning routine, I would be completely befuddled. That's where the whole word came from. I
Mhm.
would be without that. And I want to say that to people that are right now listening and they're saying, you know what? Yeah, you don't know what I'm going through. Well, first of all, you're right. I don't. Number two, they're saying, I can't do that because I don't have enough time in the morning. Ding, 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 ding. You have complete control over when you get up in the morning. Let me just say that. I
Mhm.
don't care what kind of a person you are, but if you have to get going at 7 a.m. in the morning to work, get your behind out of bed a couple hours before that and get your day started. If you don't have to go to work till 10 in the morning, get yourself up a couple hours before that, get yourself grounded, connected, and moving in the right direction. You always have that choice. If
Mhm.
you are all befuddled and out of sorts and behind from the get-go, it's your own fault. And I'm sorry. I mean, that's just a stark reality. You get to choose that, right? And so that is, Laurie, I just think that was such a great point that when we miss that, it messes everything up. So I say, don't miss it, right?
Yeah, and I would add to that, Russ, too. And this comes from like, I can take the perspective of like I have kids and things go unexpected. Like my morning was totally not what I had planned. And I didn't get that time first thing in the morning of what I usually do. But the thing is, in any moment we can take it. So I literally just like life entered and I went through crazy this morning. And when I had my moment, I literally took 10 minutes and I just hit the reset button. Right. So I just want to offer that out too,
Yeah.
that life happens. and give yourself grace and know that in any moment, literally throughout your day, you can hit the reset button. And
Right.
I would add to that too, that just this epidemic of there's so much, there's a lot of mental health challenges that are coming through right now. It's very well recognized. I was just reading an article this morning that Jewel wrote literally about this topic. And it's become a bit of an epidemic. And the thing is, a lot of this is stress induced, right? Because of all the things we've been talking about. And a lot of us are living in a constant low level of chronic stress, which just means our system is in this like constant state of alertness, of fight, flight. And every time we take a pause, even for 2 minutes, and just breathe a handful of times, we're physiologically bringing our body back down into a relaxed state, which is critical for us to do really throughout the day, because each time we do that, we're hitting the reset button. And that makes a profound difference in how your system operates throughout the day. And you'll
Right.
notice it right when we get kind of that, we feel drained by like 2 or 3 p.m. because mentally and emotionally, it's not physical, right? When we think about it, very rarely is it ever physical. It is like we are mentally and emotionally wired all day long. And so when we get that, like all of a sudden it hits us hard, it's a mental emotional drain. And what is so helpful is hitting that reset button throughout the day. Like there are very simple things we can all do to help us bring that down, bring all the cortisol, all the stuff that's going through our system back
Right.
down into that relaxed state. So we hit the reset button and we can come from, right, when we do that, that also turns our logical, rational brain back on. And
Right.
it allows us more capacity to compassion and to empathy and, to your point, to self first,
Right.
right? So we start there, that empathy, compassion for self, and then we have access to that and we have more capacity to come from that place with others. And that makes
Right.
a profound difference in how we operate day to day.
Yeah, it's so true. And I always say, so let me just clarify one point that I said. I always say life happens and then you choose. Life is not a perfect thing. When I say, you got to get up and you've got to give yourself time, when you have kids and things like that, life is not perfect. I get that. It doesn't matter where you are in life, things happen. It's a matter of how you approach life. And then when things do go crazy, you're right, hitting that reset button and realizing you still have the choice and the power to give yourself that time, just like you talked about. And that's such a blessing when you realize you have control over what
Mm.
you're doing. So let me tell you both, man, you were both amazing, but we're out of time again. So
Oh,
we're gonna have to go for part 3. But anyway, no, I appreciate both of you so much for being here today. I want to give you each a chance to give us your golden nugget of the day. You want everybody to remember. And then if you can just tell everybody how they get in touch with you, that'd be awesome. All right, Laurie, you're first.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take one out of your pocket, Russ. When life hits you, remember you always have a choice. So just simply pause and take a few deep breaths. Hit that reset button and start from there. So, Laurie Schible, you can reach me at laurieschible.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm Laurie Schible Coaching. You can find me at all the places. And I would truly, truly love to hear from you. I really love having that real interaction, connection, exchange. And if there's any way that I can support, I am always here to support in any way.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Jason, you are next.
Russ, the magic is learning how to get off the ground while still staying grounded. And there is definitely a magic to that balance there. For everybody, I appreciate everybody sharing their energy with us today, and we would love to share our energy inside XXO. And so if you're ready to prioritize your own well-being, as we said, to choose to set time aside for ourselves and be surrounded by an amazing community with all of our members inside, please join us at xxoconnect.com.
And Jason, is that the best way to get in touch with you?
Through the platform or through LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
Probably your two best
Awesome.
bets right now. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. We'll get that up here in just a moment. And also, listen, I just want to tell you both. I mean, I find this so energizing to be around both of you because I love, we all love connection, but just being around people that are moving in a positive direction and doing such amazing things that both of you are doing. I can't tell you how much I appreciate both of you. And it is great to have you on again. And we're going to have to do this a third time because we just need more time to talk.
Yes.
But anyway, thanks so much for being here. I'm going to send you to the green room, but hang tight. I'll be right there and we'll chat.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, listen, oh my goodness. What an amazing time this morning. Really, this is such an important video for everybody to share out there. We all get busy and we all have a lot of things going on. I get that. And everybody can't come on live. I get that as well. But man, if you would please share this with your community, with a friend, let people know, that would be so awesome. And I would really appreciate that. I appreciate all the people that have been able to be on live today. Just a reminder, next week, number 300 episode. So I am so excited. 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That slide does say Thursday, but it has the date right, April 10th. So pretend I didn't put that one up there and it actually says Monday. But 300 episodes next Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We're here every week, Monday and Thursday. 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure, to bring you joy and put a smile on your face. I appreciate you all so much. I'm so blessed to have this community. I'm so blessed to have all of you here, and I appreciate all that you do to get the word out and let people know that amazing things are happening here on Marketing with Russ. If you want to connect better, build community, and you want to learn more from me, I would love just to talk with you. That would be so amazing. The best way to do that is to go to, there it is, russhedge.com, russhedge.com. And I would love to do that. Also, don't forget, please subscribe on YouTube. Go to marketingwithruss.live to do that. And I would appreciate that. I really appreciate all of you. So we are wrapped up for today. Thank you for those of you who made it, even those who popped in at the last minute. Please connect, please share, make today an awesome day. And until Monday on our 300th episode, have a great day and a great life. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.